Can you heal in a place that broke you? That sounds poetic until it's your life. Until you're staring at the same cracked ceiling every night, wondering why you still feel like hell. Wondering why all the self-help books, all the journaling, all the clean eating and breath work still leave you hollow by sunset. Here's what no one tells you. Maybe the reason you're not getting better is because you're still waking up at the scene of the crime. It's not just the breakup, not just the guilt, not just the grief. It's the street where it happened, the cafe that still plays your song, the neighbours who smile like they didn't watch you unravel in real time, the bar where you first kissed, the bar where you last fought, the bar where you swore it would be different next time. What if it's not time you need, but distance? I used to think staying meant strength, that I could prove something by surviving. I thought maybe if I stayed long enough, I'd reclaim those spaces, make them mine again, rise above it, outgrow the ache, make peace with the past by facing it every day. But the truth? I wasn't healing. I was decaying. Just gathering dust in the museum of my own mistakes and pretending that was growth. Some wounds don't close when you keep picking at the scenery. If you've ever felt trapped like this, like you're living in a loop of places and people that already let you down, then hit that subscribe button, because in the next monologue, I'm going to talk about what it really means to leave, not just physically, but emotionally. Because the hard part isn't escape, it's learning how to live when no one's watching you anymore. I stayed in that city long after it stopped loving me. I did the routines, the gym, the journaling, the therapy, the slow spiral of self-help and green smoothies. I told myself I was recovering, but I wasn't recovering. I was reciting, repeating, looping through old pain and calling it discipline. Because every street was haunted, every corner held a ghost, and I was the one feeding them, lighting candles at the altar of what hurt me most. We confuse endurance for healing, but sometimes the strongest thing you can do is leave. You don't recover from smoke inhalation by staying in the ashes. You don't learn to breathe again in the same air that tried to choke you. Healing isn't about proving you can withstand fire. It's about finding the courage to walk away from the burn. And one night I did. No big speech, no final post, no audience for my unravelling. Just a quiet decision in a small bag. A bag that said, I don't need much, just out. I walked, past that corner where she said goodbye, past the neon bar still flickering red, past the places I once thought were sacred, and now felt like crime scenes corned off in my memory. And somewhere else, in a time zone where no one knew my name, where no one knew hers, I finally exhaled. Peace doesn't always come with fireworks. Sometimes it arrives in silence, and that's enough. For the first time in years, I wasn't flinching at memories. I wasn't shrinking to fit a version of me that no longer made sense. I wasn't pretending anymore. I was free. People still ask me, why did you leave? But that's the wrong question. The real question is this: how long are you willing to suffer just to avoid starting over? Because I didn't leave because I was weak. I left because staying was slowly killing me. And sometimes, the most courageous act of healing is knowing when the chapter ends and refusing to reread it one more time. You can't heal in a place that broke you, and you don't owe anyone an apology for saving your life. If you ever wondered what it actually feels like after you leave, when the silence hits, when the freedom feels heavier than expected, watch the next episode, because starting over doesn't always feel like freedom, not at first, but trust me, that's exactly where the real story begins.